here. And like you said, like, you know, somebody can even be Christ, like, you know, the Christ that what you can have that same energy because it's energy, the energy of.
Mm-hmm.
So I like how you were saying that, man. It makes sense. It connects, you
Mm-hmm.
know, it's all connected. So, man, just thank you for speaking that. Thank you for speaking. And I also love, David, I just love how you speak with conviction. You speak with knowing. Like I saw you change that word. You said you don't like to say believing. You speak with knowing. You speak from a place of inner knowing, and we see that energy glowing, you know? So just keep that energy flowing. You know, this is what the world needs right now. Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate that, Jerome.
Yeah.
That's also something from like my teachers that I've like come to
Mhm.
understand is like when the only way we can speak from true conviction is from that space of the inner knowing. But the inner knowing does not come from like, oh, I'm so confident, like the me, the I that knows this. It's like you're actually you're the only way to discern what's true and what's not is to speak from your direct experience. So that's what I do. I'm only speaking from my direct experience. And so that means that it's true for me. And that doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be true for you. So I'm not going to go and say like, oh, this is the only absolute truth. You must believe this if you want to reach this state. You know, the truth, the absolute truth is your truth. It's only something that you can come to. Nobody can teach it to you. Like there's these laws of the universe. There's, you know, all these things like that are in place. You can call that the quote unquote absolute truth. You know, but who's to say, you know, that this is the way things have to be and this is the way things are not? The only way that you can really discover that is trial and error, you know, direct experience, experimentation. And that's what science is for, and that's what spirituality is for. They're both doing the same things. You know, going through trial and error, through direct experience, through practice. You know, how can we put things into practice, test different things out, and then find the conclusions, you know, that stick, you know, time after time again for us. And so, you know, what I've found time and time again is like when I try and go and live my life pretending to be someone I'm not, when I try and go and live my life trying to attain something outside of myself, it never leads to that highest sense of fulfillment, enjoyment, and satisfaction. But when I'm living from a sense of, you know, devotion and purpose and, you know, connection to something that's greater than me, when I'm finally surrendered to something that's greater than me, and I'm living from a place of service to the highest good, to the all, that's the only time, sorry, I get disconnected. That's the only thing that I've found time and time again that has actually given me the greatest states of fulfillment and joy. So that's all I'm sharing now, and that's all I'm expressing because, you know, and I'm not gonna say I'm perfect either. Like I have my moments, as do all of us, like where, you know, we're still in this human body. We still have, you know, human pleasures, human, you know, addictions, things that we always are working through. So like, it's not like I'm there, like I'm always in that space 100% of the time, like full force. I really don't think that unless you've actually reached the level of like Christ, ascension, like resurrection, like straight up rainbow body, full force, then I think you're still dealing with those things on some level too. Because it is kind of an innate part of our nature as humans. So what I've learned is to not shame myself for them, to not suppress them, to be willing to voice it, you know, to voice that I have addictions. I still have addictions to pornography. I'll admit it right now. Still have addictions to food. Still have addictions to, you know, to looking for something outside of myself, like technology. Still have addictions to, you know, all these things, whatever you want to call it, like whatever You know, I could keep going on, but you know, I'm willing to face and accept that these are parts of my being that I've had to work through, you know, throughout so many years of my life, and you know, and that I'm not gonna hide from them anymore. You know, I'm gonna voice them.
Mm-hmm.
But I can,
Man,
be, yeah, be
man,
myself. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Thank you for using your voice. Thank you for speaking your truth. Thank you for just being vulnerable and open, you know, about your experience, about just giving that testimony, letting people know that this is real, you know, and these are the things that we go through and grow through on the daily, and that we're always growing, you know, we're always going, and that, you know, there's always room for improvement, there's always room to grow, and it's progress. He said, not perfection, you know, it's just continual growth. So, you know, next time I would love to get into that rainbow body. I never even heard of rainbow body. So I'd love to learn more about that, you know, learn more about, you know, quantum engineering and human potential, all the things that you've been into. So definitely just want to thank you again for this time that you to give of yourself. And man, till the next, brother. Thank you.
Much love, my brother. Thank you as well for always being such like a inviting and open co-host to have these talks with, and you know, being like a guide in a sense to allow me to really expand, you know, so I can be fully open. There's not too many people that I feel have that gift, and that's something that I see within. I just want to recognize that and honor you for that. You know, that is a true gift that you have to bring that out within others, and yeah, you know, so
Thank you. Thank you. My pleasure. All right. Take care, brother.
all right. Have a wonderful day. Peace and
All right.
blessings.
You too.
Peace, family. What is good? This is David.